Welcome to Rated Radio, the show where artists and albums are pitted against each other while their songs get rated on a scale of 0 to 10. I'm your host, Shane Wyndham, and this is the Blue Oyster Cult Deep Dive. Hope you're ready for a fight. As always, I handpicked 2 of these albums and the third rolled at random. So the middle album is the one which will be random. We'll start with a handpick. That's the self-titled Blue Oyster Cult from 1972. This was my middle album. Of the 10 tracks, I thought 3 were great, and none of them got a flawless rating. My bottom track was Transmaniacon MC, and my top track was Cities on Flames with Rock and Roll. The music makes me feel like I'm slowly taking every drug there is with a nonsense-speaking wino. Then we have our random album, which was Secret Treaties from 1974. This was my bottom album. Of the 8 tracks, I thought 1 was great, and it did not get a flawless rating. My bottom track was Career of Evil, and my top track was Flaming Telepaths. The music makes me feel like I turned the volume up on a kick-ass porn and was immediately turned off by the star's voice. Then our last album was Mirrors from 1979. This was my top album. Of the 9 tracks, I thought 7 were great, but none of those got a flawless rating. My bottom track was Dr. Music, and my top track was I Am the Storm. The music makes me feel like I'm in a relationship where everything is amazing except for her smelly breath. I'll be the first to admit, this was a stranger trip than I'd imagined. So much of the lyrical content across the first 2 discs presented like inscrutable wizards at war type of drivel that it almost drowned out all the wonderful stuff going on around it. And the rest really is almost universally wonderful. I don't like every melody and certainly wish many of the hooks were stronger, but the way BOC sweeps your feet out from under your ears with their solos and tight instrumental interplay makes them impossible to put out of your mind, even at their worst. Hearing them is mostly like hearing the noise you'd get if The Who and Motley Crue made music together. Throw in a dash of Pink Floyd and Beatles moments, and seriously, why the hell is this group not a bigger name in the annals of rock? Add to this that they're an accessible sort of metal, what with their lighthearted, almost nerdish approach to rockabilly, where melody changes and solos come crunching in like Metallica's brand of hard rock, and you're left with a group that's undeniably in league with Styx and Van Halen. While the winner here was Mirrors, and it's not even close, I'd note that this is mostly owed to that album having lyrics which are far easier to relate to. Musically, they're all 3 extremely solid, and the first 2 albums were much closer to tying than you can possibly know without seeing the full ratings breakdowns on the Patreon page. In any case, I'm walking away from these listens much the same as I did the first go-round on the podcast, given that first trio of spins was quite a lot more mind-blowing. Basically, I'm happy to have more Blue Oyster Cult jewels in the playlist vault, and still hope to get through the rest of their discography someday. My desire for taking on those remaining LPs hasn't diminished, so again, I'll put it to anyone listening. This group deserves much more than just your time. They deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Please like or comment if you're still listening, and remember you can send all kinds of feedback to rated_radio@yahoo.com. You can even see the majority of songs I rate by clicking join for free at patreon.com/ratedradio. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. Until next time, fill your world with music.